Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I didn't even realize I had turned it on, but we're on. Welcome back to the channel. Brian the Divine Healer here, getting ready to do your reading. That's right. Let me see it. Let me, hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, I just had to switch the lighting. It was kind of blinding. Anyways, hi, Brian the Divine Healer here with you, getting ready to do another one of your cusp readings. That's right. Cusps. You're probably saying, what the hell is that? Well, basically, it's a transitional period between those two signs. Right now, we're going to do Libra-Scorpio Cusp. So, that's 6 days of October 19th through the 25th, when Libra turns into Scorpio. That is the cusp of drama. And that's your birthday. You'll fall right in that part. So, that's that in a nutshell. Nutshells. Anyways, noobs, stand fast. Hit the like button, subscribe, become part of the Divine family, because Divine's all. Thank you. My low subscribers. I want to give a shout out. Thank them for their subscriptions, their likes, their comments, their shares, and their repeat comebacks. I love it. Part of my family. So that's noobs. Follow suit. Join the club. Join the Divine squad. Okay? So, here we go. I'm going to lay 2 cards out, noobs, for your story. Story is your energy now. That energy is your balance of your duality. Your yin and your yang, positive, negative, light and dark, good and bad. Okay? Then I will lay more cards out to tell you a story. Okay? And that story, I will use a little bit of astrology. I will use a little bit of numerology. I will use, obviously, the tarot definitions. And I'll use a lot of humor, right? Probably sound effects, right? Just let you know how it is, right? Because I'm a different kind of reader, not like anybody else. So get used to it, because there's a lot of people that already have. So, mwah, thank you. I love you. Appreciate that. Let me move this there. Now I have some room to get your cards. And give it one more shuffle. Maybe 2. And then that feels good, but I want one more. Then I'll get to your reading. Here we go. First card out. What? 10 of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 swords of, oh my God. Thinking the worst. Well, you know, been through a lot, right? Mental overload, I would say. Not overthinking, just overload. You've been through a lot of lies, a lot of deceit, a lot of backstabbing, a lot of all this kind of energy. Or maybe you're in this energy now, because this is that energy that I'm collecting now to give you this message, okay? So, 3 of Cups, third party situation. I can see why you'd be in despair, in sadness, and feeling betrayed and lied to, and all that stuff. 3 of Cups here. I mean, this is like celebration, right? Exploring your emotions, but really with the 9 of Swords, I'm sorry, that's definitely thinking the worst of everything. Maybe in this moment you're overthinking that there's something going on, like a third party involved. Okay, the cups are your heart. It's your emotions. So it could be love, but it also could be other things. So that's kind of where you're at. One away from the 10 of Swords, which would have been, you know, the lies, the deceits that really happened. But this is just overthinking to see maybe if this is what's really happening. Thinking the worst. Okay. Well, thinking the worst because did you overhear something? Did you read something, research something? Did you find some news out about this to make you in this Nine of Swords? Kind of overreacting in your mind about thinking the worst? Well, something that you found out about is definitely something that I think you're holding on to. Yeah. Something that you've figured out, you've learned, you've heard, you've researched, you spied on. You're holding that as like an idea for a new start. Okay? A new start with the Ace of Cups, a new start in love. Okay? So basically, this is you overthinking not a third party, but you're overthinking that you're not going to be able to collaborate and celebrate with somebody and be happy. And then you get some kind of news or research, or you find out some shit that you're holding on to that could start, looks like it's going to start a brand new start. Ace of Cups in love. And that makes you very, very happy. So you're overthinking, the worst about not being able to celebrate and be in this joyous kind of celebration with somebody or others. I mean, it could be for the holidays. You know what I mean? It could be that you didn't get any phone calls yet, and then the last minute you find out something that makes you kind of stable, and you pull your hokey pokey back together, and you go ahead and you have this new start, right? It makes you happy. The Sun card. It makes you happy enough to really know within that maybe you are a likable person. Maybe you are like that person that really can get along with others. I don't know where this is going. This is weird. All right, Hermit. Take me to the light, Hermit. Where are we going with this? Tower. Okay. So I really feel that you wanted to get an invite or some kind of collaboration that, you know, would it made you feel a little stable, a little included, a little something to hold on to, you know, cherish, basically, and knowing something. That's something I don't know. Maybe the something is having a new start. Maybe, like I said, with friends or family. It could be a relationship, but really, it's tricky right now with the Tower and the Hermit. Because I want to feel that you're like kind of overreacting, that you weren't going to be able to collaborate, celebrate with other people. Maybe, like I said, for the holidays, you get wind or you spy on something, eavesdrop, you know of something that is truthful, and that it kind of puts a different perspective on your on the way that you were holding on to something. Maybe holding on to this Nine of Swords, thinking you weren't good enough collaborating, and up comes a new start. You know, and it doesn't have to be love with the Ace of Cups. It could be just the way that your emotions. So you could have a reset on your emotions. And now, once you learned that people wanted to include you, that made you feel happy. So that the Ace of Cups could really represent a change or a new start in the way that you emotionally feel Doesn't have to always be a brand new start in love, right? And so now you're in hermit mode with this Tower. So I'm going to pull another card here because I had to see which way that was going. You know, it kind of looked like there could have been a third party involvement, but I really feel this is like you feeling left out. You're feeling left out of something that you figured out, and that's kind of keeping your own stability. But here comes a new perspective on the way you feel, and or a new offer that makes you very happy. Because you've been in this hermit mode, obviously, because of this. And so the Tower, I'm going to get a clarifier. The Tower, yes, Page of Cups. So here comes a little offer, okay? So somebody, comes the invitation, here comes the news, here comes that situation where the Tower is just basically, it's not a bad thing because it just puts an end to this Nine of Swords mentality of thinking the worst, that no one wants to hang out, no one wants to be around you, no one wants to do this. So the Tower is going to represent that coming down, that all going away, and now here comes a message to say, let's, you know, let's collaborate. And it's from the King of Pentacles, right? So it's definitely somebody, you know, of authority. It could be, you know, a dad or, you know, some family authority that maybe y'all have somebody that y'all go to their house and they're the ones that set it all up, and, you know, everybody brings the shit over to, like, the grandmother's house. You know what I mean? So like that. Because I could feel you feeling like left out. Overthinking, like, everybody doesn't want to be around me, blah, 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 blah. Nobody wants to celebrate. But once this comes in, and it kind of gives you a different emotional feeling about yourself, because this is pretty heavy. This is in your mind, but the emotions are there. Kind of pulls you out of the hermit mode. So the Tower ends the hermit mode in this whole fandango you're going through. Because you get word from this person, but it makes you feel this way. Maybe the good word that you thought was coming wasn't so good, because look at the fish in that cup. So something fishy was up at this. So I don't know if it's, you thought you were going to get invited, you were expecting to get invited, you were holding on to this idea of a new start to feel happy about getting out of this hermit mode and collaborating with other people, but you get this fishy kind of news from this King of Pentacles that it hurts you, it breaks your heart. Wow. Okay, but you get past it pretty quick. Okay? Six of Swords. Smooth sailing. Right? So you're just saying screw it. You're taking off from it. Okay? You're not going to let it affect you because you've already broken this hermit mode of knowing that that what you've looked into kind of gave you a different sense of stability on how your emotions were, which is here, to looking at things differently. The sun would illuminate your eyes to see things clearly. So now I really feel you definitely have that change of emotion, and you started an emotion to break the cycle of the hermit, despite knowing maybe because you were overhearing or some shit that you were going to get this, oh, sorry, we're full, or sorry, we can't, or something fishy going on with this message that would break your heart, but you just sail right past it. Six of Swords. It doesn't bother you. I mean, not as much, because you go from the Nine of Swords to the Six of Swords, so you go down. So I think the lesson was really here to understand who you were trying to associate, collaborate, celebrate with, you know? Okay. So noobs, that was kind of deep, right? So I'm going to pull 2 more cards. That's going to be your story. And then I'll pull 2 more cards at the end for your verdict, okay? So stick with it. We're almost there. I know that was a little bit tipsy-topsy because the definitions of the cards give a different meaning of the intuition. And then you're looking at the numerology and the astrology. And it's all just saying a whole bunch of different things. So sometimes when we go over and we look and we see a different thing, it with another card, especially cards together, has a stronger significant meaning. You have to reanalyze. But it's all the feeling, okay? So, thanks for staying around. Here's your next card. 6 of Cups, right? So, you're just going to remember the times that there were with, these people, or feeling, nostalgic a little bit about what was in the past, and now that you're sailing away from that heartache, it really broke you out of this hermit mode, which is really probably the lesson. Because look at you now. Happy as 10 of Cups. Right, just like I thought. That was the lesson, to break yourself out of this hermit mode. Of thinking, overthinking, thinking the worst, thinking you're not worth it. You're not worth other people's company, whatever. This is kind of... But the lesson was to break this hermit mode. And so that you did. Look at you. Right from the heartache, sail right past that shit, put that shit behind you in the past, and boom, now look at you, 10 of Cups. Complete happiness. Emotional happiness. Because you gave yourself a fresh start to know. It was kind of like a little heads up. You knew it was coming, and when it came, it didn't hurt you that much. That's how you're able to smoothly sail on, put this shit behind you. 6 of Cups in the past. Bam, look at you just trotting on now. Trotting on with the Knight of Cups. So you're just going to take yourself somewhere else. Yeah. You're going to take your little cup and just march on down the street. Not let it affect you. You're going to take action towards someone else. Possibly. Something else. Maybe you call other friends. Maybe you have an ex. I don't know. But the last card of your outcome is going to be this, and we'll find out. So here it is. You're going to march towards success. Success and victory in you overcoming this setback, which was devastating for you. Right. But the lesson learned here is that oftentimes the mind does trick us into thinking that we feel certain ways. Whether it's perception or we don't see the whole picture or hear the whole story. When you finally get a clue, it makes you feel a certain way. And once you felt a certain way, you wanted to feel different. You wanted to be happy because you didn't want to stay this way. See, the happy card, the sun card. Breaking the hermit and the tower. That's the whole taking this shit right out. So when you got this little phony baloney fish in a cup message about however it was that there was a no-go, it was sorry, it could have broke your heart. Could have put you back here into the, 9 of cups, 9 of swords, you could go into 10 of swords, blah, blah, blah. Hangman, all that shit. But the 6 of cups, you just jumped right in your little boat, paddled on, away from this kind of heartache that could have been painful, and you put that shit in the past because you want happiness. And you're off to find that shit and be successful in that adventure that you're seeking. So, my friends, that has been your reading. Though it was slow to start, strong finish. Congratulations on your success and your happiness. So, have a great night. See you tomorrow. Don't forget, peace and pray. That has been your reading.